Hello everyone. Today I'll cover up the management plane. Management plane means the user can access the device. He can access using Telnet, SSH, AAA, parser view, syslog, SNMP, NTP. It depends upon how you configure your machine. So in this particular scenario, I'm using Telnet to configure the router. Uh, Telnet can be configured in three ways. One is without a prompt for a username and password, which means that as soon as you say Telnet, you will be connected. With password prompt, which means that um, basically a password will be prompted when you connect from a remote machine to your source machine. And the third and most secure is the username and password option, where the username and password will be prompted. So I'll just show you my network. It's a very simple one. This is my router 1. It has a gigabit interface. This is my destination machine, which is R2. R2 will be actually accessing my R1. And let's do that. This is my R1 and this is my R1 machine. Let's configure the IP address to an interface. So I say interface. I have to go to the configuration mode, global configuration mode, which is configure terminal, and I'll go and say um, interface gigabit 0 by 0 IP address 10.1.1 subnet masks class C, and I say no shutdown. Now to configure telnet, I'll have to say line VT102, for example 4, which means I'm opening up 5 ports, which means 5 connections can be made to this machine. And I'll say I'm testing the first one without password. So I'll say um, no login. Yeah. So in this particular mode, nothing will be asked, and you will be just connected to the machine. So I'm on R2. I say telnet. Then this machine is actually having a IP address, um, which is show TCP brief. Um, Sorry, let's do that. Let's first configure um, an IP address to this machine. So I go in configuration, global configuration mode, um, and I say interface gigabit 0 by 0 IP address 10.1.2 class C, no shutdown, and I say telnet 10.1.1.1, which is my R1, and I am connected. So I am on R1. Now let's try and connect. Um, let's try to configure it in a way that it prompts us a password. So we say line VTY, how many connections? Let's say I want just one connection, and let's assign a password, say CCNA, and I'll just say login, which means that the password will be prompted. Let's come back and I'll say telnet and password is prompted. I say CCNA and I am in. Let's configure the third way, which is line VTY024. For example, I want 5 connections. But before doing that, let's configure a local database of username and passwords. So what I'll do is that I'll configure a username so that using that particular user, I can actually, access my machine. So on the global configuration mode, I'll just say username, user ABC, assign it a password, AB, let's say 123, and now I'll configure line VTY 0. I just want one connection, and I'll say login local, which means that the local usernames which are connected that only has access to this machine. Now I'll come back and I'll say telnet. I'm already on one. I'll just exit. I'm on R2 now. Now telnet 10.1.1, username ABC, password is 123, and I am connected. So what is the most secure way of connecting is the third one, because you are actually prompted for a username and password. The other tools are for admins, those who know, those who want to do a quick configuration on the machine. Thank you.